Hello and welcome back to Daily English Booster. I'm Luna and this is Liam.
We're here to help you practice English with real conversations. If you enjoy learning with us, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video.
Welcome, everyone, to Daily English Booster. I'm Luna.
And I'm Liam. It's wonderful to see you all here.
Whether this is your first time joining us or you've been here before, we are so glad you clicked on this video.
Absolutely. This channel, Daily English Booster, is a special place for us
It really is. We created it with one clear goal in mind.
to help you boost your English every single day in a natural and friendly way.
No stress, no pressure, just real conversations.
Exactly. We want you to feel like you're sitting with friends, listening to a chat.
And by listening regularly, your ears will get used to the rhythm of natural English.
That's the booster part. Little by little, your confidence and comprehension will grow.
We'll talk about normal things, life, feelings, hobbies, dreams.
All the topics you might want to talk about with your own friends.
Today, we're starting a big, beautiful topic. We're going to talk about happiness.
How to talk about happy moments in English. All kinds of happy moments.
From the tiny, quiet joys to the big, exciting celebrations.
We'll explore the words, the phrases, and the feelings.
And we'll do it all through conversation, so you can learn how to use this language yourself.
Before we dive in, we just want to say, please don't worry about understanding every single word.
That's so important. Just try to follow the general idea.
Think of it like listening to a song. You feel the melody first, then you learn the lyrics.
Perfect analogy. The melody here is the flow of our conversation.
And if you hear a word you don't know, that's okay. It might become clear from the context.
Or you can write it down and look it up later. That's a great learning habit.
We also want to encourage you to be active in the comments.
Yes, tell us where you're watching from. Say hello.
We read your comments and we love hearing from you. It makes this a community.
And if you find this helpful, hitting the like button really supports our channel.
It tells YouTube that this is good content for English learners.
And subscribing means you won't miss our daily boosts.
You'll get a little English boost in your feed every time we upload.
Okay, are you ready to start talking about happiness, Liam?
I am so ready. I think it's the perfect place to begin.
Me too. Let's start with the simplest question. What does happy mean to you?
That's a big question. But in a simple way, for me, it's a feeling of warmth.
A warmth in your heart?
Yes, exactly. It's a positive feeling. Sometimes it's quiet and calm.
And sometimes it's loud and exciting, like wanting to jump and shout.
Right. It's not just one thing. It's a whole range of good feelings.
And we have so many words in English to describe those different shades.
We do. Words like joy, content, pleased, delighted.
Thrilled, overjoyed, peaceful.
We'll get to all of them naturally as we talk.
So, our mission in this series is to give you the language to share your own happy moments.
To tell your friends, hey, something great happened.
Or to write in your journal, today I felt really content because.
Or even just to think in English. This is nice. I'm enjoying this.
That's a powerful step, thinking in your new language.
It really is. It means the language is becoming part of you.
So, let's start with the foundation, the small, daily happy moments.
The little things that can brighten a morning or an afternoon.
For example, Liam, tell me about a small thing that made you happy yesterday.
Okay, let me think. Yesterday, I remember. I made a perfect cup of tea.
Oh, that's a great example. What was perfect about it?
The water was just the right temperature, the tea steeped for the exact right amount of time.
And it tasted perfect?
It tasted amazing. It was just a small moment sitting at my kitchen table.
But it made you pause and think, this is good.
Exactly. I felt a little moment of peace. I smiled.
See, that's a perfect daily happiness moment, simple and real.
Your turn, Luna. What's a small happiness from your recent days?
This morning I saw a bird outside my window. It was singing.
Just a bird singing?
It sounds simple, but it was a beautiful song. It made me stop and listen.
I love that. It's like a free little concert.
Yes, it was unexpected and lovely. It made me feel light.
Light is a wonderful word for that feeling, not heavy with worries.
Right. For a minute, I just listened and felt light.
So, for our learners, did you hear the phrases we used? It made me smile, it made me feel light.
I felt a moment of peace. These are simple sentence structures.
Subject made me plus verb, or I felt plus adjective.
You can use these for so many situations. The sunny weather made me feel energetic.
That kind message from my friend made me smile.
Perfect. So we've just practiced identifying and describing a small happy moment.
And we did it in a very normal conversational way.
This is the heart of Daily English Booster, learning through doing.
Through listening and then imagining how you would say it yourself.
Now, we want you to try. Pause the video for a second if you like.
Think of one small thing that made you happy today or yesterday.
It can be anything: a good meal, a comfortable chair, a cool breeze.
Now try to say it in English in your mind. Use our structure.
My coffee made me feel awake this morning.
The quiet in my house made me feel calm.
Now, let's keep talking about those small daily happy moments. They're like little gems in our day.
I love that idea. Little gems. They don't cost money, but they're so valuable.
Exactly. So let's think of more examples. What else gives you that little spark of joy?
Well, for me, it's often about the senses, like the smell of rain on dry pavement.
Oh, petrichor. That's the word for that smell. It's a wonderful one.
Yes, petrichor. It's a specific earthy smell. It makes me stop and take a deep breath.
It's a moment of connection with nature, even in the city, a sensory happiness.
Right. What about a sense of touch, like putting on warm socks right out of the dryer?
Oh, that's the best. That instant cozy warmth. It's such a simple comfort.
Or the feeling of clean sheets on their bed. You slide in and everything feels fresh and soft.
That's top tier small happiness. It promises a good night's sleep.
So we have smell, touch, how about taste? A perfectly ripe piece of fruit.
A sweet, juicy strawberry in the summer, or the first clementine of winter.
Yes, when it's just the right balance of sweet and tart. It's a small explosion of flavor.
And sound. We talked about a bird singing. What about hearing a song you love on the radio unexpectedly?
That's a great one. You're in the car or a shop and your favorite song comes on.
It instantly changes your mood. You might even hum along or tap your fingers.
It feels like the universe is giving you a little gift, a musical gift.
Sight, too. Seeing a child laugh uncontrollably, that pure, joyful sound and expression.
It's infectious. You can't help but smile when you see it. It's genuine happiness.
Or seeing flowers bloom in a garden you walk past every day. You watch the buds, and then one day, color.
It's a quiet announcement that life is continuing, growing. It's hopeful.
So many of these moments are about noticing, slowing down just enough to see, hear, feel them.
And then, importantly, recognizing them as happy moments, acknowledging them.
The language for this is often very simple. I love the smell of rain.
There's nothing better than warm socks.
This strawberry is delicious.
Hearing that song made by Dare.
Simple sentences, but they carry a lot of positive feeling.
Let's practice a bit more. I'll describe a moment and you say how it might make someone feel.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay, imagine someone finishes a long, tiring walk on a cold day. They come home and wrap their hands around a hot mug of soup.
Oh, they would feel comforted, relieved, warm from the inside out.
Perfect. The hot soup made me feel comforted after the cold walk.
Your turn. Describe a moment for me.
All right. Imagine someone has been working on a difficult puzzle for days. They finally find the last piece and put it in place.
They would feel a sense of accomplishment, satisfaction, maybe even a little proud of themselves.
Yes, putting in the last puzzle piece was so satisfying. I felt really accomplished.
See, we're building the vocabulary of feeling: satisfied, accomplished, comforted, relieved.
These are powerful adjectives that go beyond just happy. They give the specific flavor of the happiness.
And they're very useful. You can use them for big things and for these small things too.
So, thinking about your own life now, not just today, but this week, can you find 3 small sensory moments?
One for smell, one for touch, one for taste or sound.
Try to name them in your mind in English.
For example, I enjoyed the smell of my shampoo this morning. It was fresh and herbal.
Great one. I liked the feeling of the sun on my face during my short break.
I liked the sound of my friend's laugh during our phone call. It made me happy.
Excellent. You are collecting your own little gems of happiness.
And by naming them in English, you're connecting the language directly to a positive feeling.
That's a strong memory connection. The brain loves that.
It makes the word satisfying or comforting more than just a definition, it's linked to a real experience.
So, our English learning tip for today is this: become a collector of small, happy moments.
And label your collection in English, just a simple phrase in your mind.
This does two wonderful things. It improves your English and it trains your brain to look for positivity.
It's a double boost, an English boost and a happiness boost.
We could all use more of those, couldn't we?
Absolutely. Now, these small moments often happen in our daily routines. Let's talk about that a little.
The morning routine is full of potential for small joys if we pay attention.
The first sip of your morning coffee or tea, that's a ritual for many people.
That moment of quiet before the day really starts, the steam rising from the cup.
Or the routine of walking a dog. The dog's excitement, the fresh air, the rhythm of the walk.
Even commuting, seeing a regular face on the bus and sharing a smile, a moment of silent connection.
These routines can feel boring, but within them are these tiny points of light.
The key phrase is paying attention. It's a conscious choice.
And when you talk about your day in English, these are the details that make your story interesting.
Instead of, I had coffee, you can say, I really enjoyed my coffee this morning. It was especially good.
It's more vivid. It invites the other person into your moment.
Let's do a quick role play. Luna, ask me about my morning.
Sure. Liam, how was your morning? Anything nice happen?
It was good, thanks. Actually, yes. I woke up a bit early, so I had time to sit and drink my tea slowly. The sunlight was coming through the window in a really pretty way.
That sounds lovely. A peaceful start.
It was. It made me feel calm and ready for the day. How about you?
My morning was a bit rushed, but I had a nice moment listening to a podcast while I made breakfast. I heard a funny story that made me laugh out loud.
Oh, a private little laugh in the kitchen. I love those moments.
Me too. It set a good tone. See? A simple exchange, but full of specific, happy details.
And completely achievable for any English learner. You don't need complex grammar.
You just need the intention to share a small good thing.
So we've talked about noticing and describing, but what about creating these moments?
Ah, that's an active step. Sometimes we can intentionally add a small joy to our day.
Buying yourself a single flower from the market and putting it in a vase on your desk.
Taking 5 minutes to listen to one song you adore with no other distractions.
Making your favorite sandwich for lunch, even if it's simple.
Sending a quick thinking of you text to a friend or family member.
These are small acts of kindness to yourself and others that generate happiness.
And then you get to describe them. I bought myself a little yellow flower today. It's so cheerful on my desk.
I took a break and listened to my favorite song. It really lifted my spirits.
Spirits here means mood or emotional state. Lifted my spirits means made me feel happier.
A very common and useful phrase.
So, to all of you listening, your challenge is to create one small happy moment for yourself tomorrow.
Plan it. It can be tiny. Then try to tell someone about it, or just write it down in English.
This is how you move English from a subject to study into the fabric of your life.
Into your daily happiness, and that's a beautiful place for it to be.
We've covered a lot about small moments, the senses, routines, sharing, even creating them.
And we've used so many useful words: comforted, satisfied, accomplished, peaceful, cheerful.
It made me feel. I really enjoyed. It was so...
Powerful little building blocks for conversation.
Now, this foundation of small joys is so important because next we're going to build on it.
We'll start looking at bigger moments, memories, and achievements.
But remember, the big celebrations are made even sweeter by appreciating the small things along the way.
Well said. So let's keep this positive energy going. We have so much more to talk about.
We'll continue our conversation right after this. Don't go anywhere. We've talked about the little moments. Now let's zoom out a bit. What about the happiness from a whole period of time, like a weekend?
That's a great next step. Weekends or days off are often where we collect a bunch of those small joys together.
Exactly. So, Liam, did you have a nice weekend?
I did, thanks for asking. It was nothing spectacular, but it was really pleasant. How about you?
Mine was good too. I finally had some time to just relax at home. It was much needed.
I think pleasant and relaxing are perfect words for a good, normal weekend. Not every weekend has to be an adventure.
Right. Sometimes the happiness is in the lack of pressure. No schedules, no rushing.
So, what did your relaxing weekend involve? Give us some details.
Well, on Saturday morning, I slept in. That was the first gift to myself.
Sleeping in. That's a classic weekend joy. Waking up naturally without an alarm.
It's the best. Then I made a big, lazy breakfast, pancakes. I ate them while reading the news slowly.
That sounds ideal. A slow morning. So, your happiness came from rest, good food, and no hurry.
Precisely. In the afternoon, I video called my sister. We talked for over an hour just catching up.
Connecting with family. That's a deeper relational happiness. How did that call make you feel?
It made me feel connected and loved. We laughed a lot. It was comforting.
Wonderful. So your weekend had physical comfort and emotional comfort.
Yes. And you? What made your weekend pleasant?
On Saturday, I met a couple of friends for lunch at a new cafe in our neighborhood.
Trying a new place. That's always fun. A small adventure.
It was. The food was great, but the conversation was even better. We talked about everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing, I know that kind of talk. It's easy and flowing.
Exactly. It felt effortless. Time passed quickly. After lunch, we just took a long walk through the park.
Combining good food, friendship, and nature, a perfect recipe for a good day.
On Sunday, I was more productive, but in a satisfying way. I cleaned my apartment.
Some people might not think cleaning is happy, but I get it. The feeling after is amazing.
It is. There's a sense of order and accomplishment, and then enjoying a clean space.
You feel like you've reset your environment. It's calming.
So my weekend was a mix of social time and productive personal time. A good balance.
That's a great way to put it. A good balance. Finding balance often leads to happiness.
Now, let's think about language. We're using past tense because we're talking about finished events.
I slept in. I made pancakes. We talked. I cleaned. All simple past tense.
And to describe the quality, we used adjectives like pleasant, relaxing, ideal, easy.
We also used made me feel phrases like it made me feel connected and loved.
Let's practice with a recent experience, not necessarily a weekend. Think of the last time you did something you enjoyed.
Okay, last Thursday after work, I went to see a movie by myself.
That's a great one. Tell me about it in a few sentences.
Last Thursday, I felt a bit tired from work, so I decided to go to the cinema alone. I saw a comedy, it was hilarious and exactly what I needed. It took my mind off everything.
Perfect. You set the scene, I felt tired, you described the action, decided to go, and you gave the result. It was hilarious. It took my mind off everything.
It took my mind off everything is a very useful phrase. It means to stop thinking about your worries.
A key reason we do fun things. Now I'll try. Yesterday, I finished a book I'd been reading for weeks.
Oh, congratulations. That's a good feeling.
Thanks. It was a long novel. When I turned the last page, I felt a real sense of completion. I just sat there for a minute, thinking about the story.
That quiet moment of reflection after finishing a good book is special.
It is. So our recent happy experiences can be social or solitary, active or lazy.
The common thread is that they leave us feeling positive in some way, recharged, connected, amused, satisfied.
Let's make it interactive for our learners. Think, what did you do for fun last week?
Don't think too hard. Maybe you watched a specific TV show episode. Maybe you cooked a new recipe.
Maybe you played a game with your kids or called an old friend.
Now, try to form 3 sentences about it in the past tense in your mind.
For example, last Tuesday, I tried cooking pasta from a new recipe. It was easier than I expected. The result tasted fantastic, and my family enjoyed it.
Beautiful. You included the when, the what, and the feeling.
This is how you start building narratives about your life in English. Small stories.
And sharing these small stories is how we connect with people.
So remember, when someone asks, "How was your weekend?" you don't have to say, "It was fine," and stop.
You can pick one highlight. It was good. I finally had time to finish that book I was telling you about.
Or, "It was relaxing. I mostly just stayed home and recharged my batteries."
Recharge my batteries is a great idiom. It means to rest, to get your energy back.
We're collecting so many useful phrases. Took my mind off things, a sense of completion, recharge my batteries.
Now, weekends are common, but happiness isn't limited to Saturday and Sunday.
A happy recent experience could be a great workout on a Wednesday or a nice dinner on a Thursday night.
The point is to recognize these positive events and get comfortable talking about them.
Because sharing happiness often doubles it. When you tell someone about your nice weekend, you get to feel it again.
And you give them a chance to share theirs too. It starts a positive conversation.
So let's summarize. We've moved from tiny moments to longer experiences.
We're moving to the past tense to tell simple, true stories about our lives.
And we're focusing on the feeling that the experience gave us.
This is a huge step in conversational English. You're moving beyond the present moment.
You're building a shared history with your language, one happy story at a time.
Let's go deeper into those feelings we've been mentioning. We say something made us feel a certain way, but what are those ways?
We've used a few: connected, loved, accomplished, calm. Let's explore the whole family of positive feelings.
I think it's helpful to group them. Some feelings are about calm and peace.
Right, like content. That's a strong word. It means you are peacefully happy and satisfied with what you have.
Sitting in my clean apartment with a cup of tea, I felt deeply content.
Relaxed is similar, but more about the body. Your muscles are loose, your mind is quiet.
Peaceful is about a quiet mind and heart, often in a beautiful or calm setting.
Then we have feelings about energy and excitement.
Energized or refreshed. After a good night's sleep or a fun outing, you feel ready to go.
Excited or thrilled are stronger. Your heart beats faster in a good way, thinking about something fun.
I was thrilled to get tickets to the concert. It's a jump up and down feeling.
Then there are feelings about achievement and self-worth.
Proud, a very important one. You feel good about something you did or something someone you care about did.
I felt proud of myself for finishing the project. I was so proud of my daughter.
Confident. When you do something well, it makes you believe more in your own abilities.
Capable. Similar. It's the feeling that I can handle this.
And then feelings about connection with others.
Loved and cherished. To feel that someone cares for you deeply.
Understood. When you share a thought or feeling and someone really gets it, that's a profound happiness.
Grateful or thankful. This is a huge one. It's happiness mixed with appreciation.
I felt so grateful for my friend's help. It's looking at what you have and feeling warmth because of it.
So we have calm feelings, energetic feelings, accomplished feelings, and connected feelings.
Our vocabulary for happiness is rich. It's not just happy.
Let's practice matching feelings to experiences. I'll describe a brief experience.
Okay, go ahead.
You spend an afternoon helping your neighbor fix their garden. You're tired but smiling at the end.
I think I would feel satisfied, maybe useful or helpful. There's a warmth from helping someone.
Excellent. Those are socially connected, moral feelings. Your turn.
You wake up on a vacation morning. You have no plans. You look out at a beautiful view and take a deep breath.
That is the definition of peaceful. Also free, a sense of freedom from routine.
Perfect. Now, how do we express these feelings in sentences?
The simplest way, it made me feel plus adjective. Helping my neighbor made me feel useful.
Or, I felt plus adjective. Looking at the view, I felt completely peaceful.
You can also use I was filled with plus noun, like I was filled with gratitude for their kindness.
That's a more advanced poetic structure, but very beautiful.
For learners, start with I felt. It's clear and strong.
Let's do a quick feelings check-in. Think of a happy moment from this week.
Identify the core feeling. Was it calm, excited, proud, or grateful?
Now say it to yourself. When that happened, I felt.
This is emotional intelligence in English. Naming your emotions is powerful.
It also helps others understand your experience on a deeper level.
Sometimes our body shows the feeling before we name it. We smile, we laugh, we relax our shoulders.
You can describe that too. I couldn't stop smiling. I laughed out loud. I felt all the tension leave my body.
That's vivid language. It paints a picture.
So now we have a toolbox. We have the story, what we did, and the internal weather, how it felt.
Combining them is the art of good conversation.
For example, I saw my best friend yesterday for the first time in months. We talked for hours. I felt so connected and understood. My face hurt from smiling so much.
That's a full, rich, happy update. Anyone would love to hear that.
And it's made of simple parts: past tense actions, feeling adjectives, a physical reaction.
We are building your fluency brick by brick, feeling by feeling.
Remember, it's okay to look up a word for a feeling you want to express. What's the word for that quiet, happy satisfaction?
That's contentment. Now you've learned a perfect new word for your life.
So don't limit yourself. Explore the language of emotions. It's one of the most beautiful parts of any language.
And by learning to express your happy feelings in English, you're making the language a true part of your heart, not just your head.
Now, a lot of our happiness is tied to other people, isn't it? We feel loved, understood, connected.
Absolutely. Happiness is often a shared experience. It grows when we give it away.
So let's talk about sharing happiness with others. How do we do that in words and actions?
The simplest way is just to tell someone about your happy moment. You're doing it right now with us, our listeners.
That's true. And when you share, you invite the other person into your joy.
They might share a similar experience, which creates a bond, or they might just celebrate with you.
Celebration is a key part of sharing, even a small one, saying, "That's wonderful," with a genuine smile.
The act of celebrating someone else's happiness has a special name. It's called feeling happy for them.
"I'm so happy for you." That's a powerful sentence.
It means their joy is your joy, even if the good thing didn't happen to you directly. It's empathy.
So, how do we actively share? Let's list some ways.
First, verbal sharing, just talking. You won't believe what just happened. I got the job.
"Oh my goodness, congratulations! That's amazing news. I'm so happy for you."
Second, physical sharing. A hug, a high five, a pat on the back. Body language that says yes.
Third, shared experiences, doing the happy thing together. Let's go out to dinner to celebrate.
Or, I had a great day. Let's watch a fun movie together to keep the good mood going.
Fourth, digital sharing, sending a happy text, a funny meme, a photo of what made you smile.
Just saw this beautiful sunset and thought of you. That's sharing beauty and connection.
All of these actions amplify happiness. They double it, triple it.
Now, let's look at the language of reaction. When someone shares good news with you, what do you say?
We have levels. For small news, "Oh, nice. That's great. Awesome." For big news, "Congratulations. That's fantastic," or "wonderful," or "incredible."
For personal news, I'm so truly, really happy for you. You must be thrilled.
"You must be" is a great phrase. It shows you are imagining their feeling. You must be so proud. You must be relieved.
And you can ask follow-up questions to show interest. Tell me all about it. When do you start? How did you feel when you heard?
This turns their moment into a conversation. It shows you care about the details.
Let's role play, Liam. I have some news.
Okay, Luna, tell me, what's your news?
I just passed my driving test on the first try.
No way! That's incredible! Congratulations! You must be over the moon.
Over the moon means extremely happy. It's a lovely idiom.
I am. I was so nervous. I can't believe it.
This is huge. We have to celebrate. When can I take a ride with the new driver?
See? I reacted with excitement, congratulations, an idiom, and suggested a shared future action, a ride.
That felt very natural and supportive. Now my turn. Give me some news, Luna.
All right, my brother and his wife just had a baby girl.
Liam, that's wonderful news. Congratulations, Uncle. I'm so happy for your whole family. How are your brother and his wife doing?
Perfect. You used a title, uncle, you expanded the happiness to the whole family, and you asked a caring follow-up question.
This is the dance of shared happiness. One person shares, the other receives, and amplifies.
This is a social skill, and it's a language skill. Learning these reactive phrases is essential for friendship.
Now, sharing isn't always about big news. You can share a small happiness too.
I just saw the cutest puppy on my walk.
Oh, I love puppies. That must have made your day.
Simple, but it creates a moment of shared positivity.
So, our task is twofold. First, practice sharing your own hobby moments, big or small.
Second, practice being an enthusiastic, supportive listener when others share.
This makes you a source of positive energy in English. People will enjoy talking to you.
Because you're not just exchanging information, you're exchanging good feelings.
And in a world that can be stressful, being someone who shares and celebrates happiness is a gift.
Let's end this part with a reflection. Who is someone you could share a recent happy moment with?
It could be a friend, a family member, a language partner, or even a comment here.
Think of how you would tell them in English. Practice the sentences in your mind.
And think of how you would react if they shared good news with you. What would you say?
By preparing these social scripts, you make it easier to be spontaneous and kind in a real conversation.
Sharing happiness is a habit. Let's make it an English-speaking habit.
It connects us, and after all, connection is one of the greatest sources of happiness there is. Some of our happiest moments are tied to memories, especially with family and old friends, that warm feeling of nostalgia.
Nostalgia is a beautiful word. It's a bittersweet happiness, thinking about good times in the past.
It's like a treasure chest in your mind. You open it and remember laughter, trips, holidays, even silly everyday moments.
Let's open that chest a little. Luna, what's a strong, happy family memory for you?
Oh, so many. One that comes to mind is from when I was maybe 10. Every summer, my whole extended family would rent a big house by the beach.
That sounds wonderful. All the cousins, aunts, uncles together.
Yes, the house was always noisy and full of life. I remember the smell of sunscreen and the sound of the sea.
Sensory memories are the strongest. What did you do there?
We built huge, complicated sandcastles with my grandfather. He was an architect, so he took it very seriously.
That's a lovely detail. My grandfather, the architect, built sandcastles with us. It painted a perfect picture.
He would draw plans in the sand. We'd spend hours digging moats and gathering shells for decoration.
And how did you feel as a child and now remembering it?
As a child, I felt completely safe, loved, and free. Now remembering it, I feel a deep sense of gratitude and warmth. It's a core happy memory.
A core happy memory. I like that. It's a memory that defines a part of your childhood joy.
Your turn. A friend memory, perhaps?
My mind goes to university. My best friend and I were poor students, but we loved finding free fun.
The best kind of adventure.
One Friday, we decided to have a midnight picnic. We bought the cheapest bread, cheese, and fruit we could find.
I love this idea already.
We went to a big park in the city, spread out a blanket, and ate our simple picnic under a street lamp. We talked about our dreams for hours.
That is such a pure friendship memory. It's not about what you had, but who you were with and how you felt.
Exactly. We felt adventurous, hopeful, and deeply connected. I still smile thinking about it.
The language of memories often uses used to or would for repeated past actions.
We used to go to the beach every summer. My grandfather would draw plans in the sand.
It sets the scene of a habit or tradition. For one-time events, we use simple past. We had a midnight picnic.
And we use descriptive language for the senses. Noisy, full of life, smell of sunscreen, sound of the sea, cheap bread under a street lamp.
This is storytelling. You're transporting the listener.
Let's practice. Think of a happy memory with friends or family. Don't just say it was fun. Describe one specific moment.
For example, I remember one Thanksgiving, my aunt tried a new pie recipe and it was a disaster. It was completely salty instead of sweet.
That's a funny memory. And what happened?
We all laughed so hard we cried. Now, every year, someone jokes about the salty pie. It became a family legend.
See, sometimes the imperfect moments become the happiest memories. They're real.
Now, how do you bring up a memory in conversation? You can say, "That reminds me of," or "Thinking about this brings back a memory."
Or simply, I have this one memory. Or do you remember when?
Sharing memories strengthens bonds. It says, "We have a history of joy together."
For our learners, this is advanced but beautiful English. Start simple. When I was young, I often visited my grandmother. She always baked cookies for me.
3 sentences. The setting, the person, the repeated happy action. That's a complete, lovely memory.
These stories are your history. Telling them in English lets you share more of your true self.
So cherish those memories and practice telling them, even if just to yourself. They are a wellspring of happiness. Some joys are very personal and come from our hobbies or simple pleasures, the things we do just for ourselves.
Yes, the happiness of getting lost in a good book or creating something with your hands or moving your body.
Let's start with food. It's more than fuel, right? Certain foods are pure comfort.
Absolutely. Comfort food. Food that makes you feel safe, warm, and happy. What's yours, Luna?
For me, it's my father's vegetable soup. It's the taste of home. On a cold day, a bowl of that soup makes everything feel okay.
That's a powerful connection. Taste and memory and love all in one bowl.
Exactly. It's nostalgic. What's a food joy for you?
I find great happiness in baking bread. The process is slow. You mix simple ingredients, you knead the dough, you wait.
It's a mindful activity. You have to be present.
Yes, and then the smell that fills your house as it bakes, it's incredible. And the final product, warm from the oven with butter, pure bliss.
Bliss is a perfect word for that level of simple, deep pleasure.
Now music, another direct line to emotion.
Oh yes, a song can change your mood in seconds. A happy song can make you want to dance alone in your living room.
That's a fantastic image. The private dance party. No audience, just joy.
What kind of music boosts your mood?
Old jazz from the 1950s. It feels sophisticated and upbeat. It makes me feel like I'm in a classic movie.
I love that. For me, it's upbeat pop music from my teenage years. It's instantly energizing and nostalgic.
And then there are hobbies, the activities we choose purely for enjoyment.
Like gardening, there's happiness in planting a seed, caring for it, and watching it grow.
A slow, patient joy. The reward is a flower or a tomato you grew yourself.
Or painting, even if you're not good at it, the joy is in the act of mixing colors and creating.
Hiking, the physical effort, the fresh air, the view from the top, that makes you feel strong and alive.
Even something as simple as doing a puzzle, the focus is meditative. Finding one piece is a tiny victory.
The key is that these activities often put us in the flow. Time disappears, you're fully engaged.
That state of flow is a major component of happiness, psychologists say.
So the English for this is about describing processes and sensations. I love the process of baking.
The smell of fresh bread is amazing. This song always energizes me.
Gardening helps me relax and unwind. When I paint, I lose track of time.
Lose track of time is a great phrase for being in the flow.
Let's connect it. Think of your favorite comfort food. Describe it in one sentence.
My ultimate comfort food is creamy mashed potatoes. They're warm, salty, and feel like a hug on a plate.
Wonderful. Now, a song or music genre. Listening to acoustic guitar music in the evening makes me feel calm and reflective.
And a hobby. I find knitting really satisfying because you can see a scarf growing longer with each row.
These are personal, authentic sentences. They tell people what brings you joy.
This is how you move from I like music to let me tell you why and how I like it.
It's more interesting and builds a deeper connection.
So we've covered food, music, hobbies. These are the pillars of personal joy.
They recharge us. They help us love our own company.
And sharing about them invites others to understand you better. You bake bread? That's so cool. I've always wanted to try.
And a new conversation or even a new shared hobby is born.
Never underestimate the power of doing something you love just for you. It's essential happiness. We've talked about personal joy. Now let's talk about the happiness that comes from our work in the world, our studies, our jobs, our projects.
This is the happiness of effort and result, of using your skills and seeing an outcome.
It can be a major source of pride and satisfaction. Let's start with school or learning. Liam, do you have a learning achievement you remember?
I do. In my final year of university, I had to write a very long, difficult essay, a thesis.
That's a huge project, daunting.
It was. I spent months researching, writing, editing. There were times I wanted to give up.
But you didn't.
I didn't. And the day I submitted the final printed copy, I walked out of the building and just stood in the sunshine. I felt incredibly light.
Light again. The weight of the work was gone.
And a few weeks later, I got a good grade. But honestly, the bigger happiness was the feeling of having done it, of completing something so challenging.
That's the pride of perseverance. I saw this through.
Exactly. Your turn, a work or project achievement?
A few years ago, I was part of a small team at work that launched a new website. It was chaotic, so many problems to solve.
Team projects add another layer, communication, collaboration.
They do. The launch day was stressful, but at 9 a.m., we hit the button and the site went live. We all just looked at each other and burst into cheering.
A shared victory. That must have felt amazing.
It did. We ordered pizza for the whole office and celebrated the small team. I felt proud of us, not just me.
That's a key difference. Personal pride versus collective pride. Both are powerful.
Not all work happiness is about big launches. It can be small wins. I finally organized that messy filing system.
I helped a customer solve a really tricky problem today.
I understood a very complex lesson in my English class. That's a win.
Absolutely. Celebrating learning milestones is crucial. The happiness of understanding something new.
The language here is often about challenge and overcoming. It was a challenge, but I managed to do it.
I worked really hard on that. We collaborated well as a team.
In the end, it was all worth it. The sense of accomplishment was huge.
Let's roleplay a work scenario. Luna, congratulations are in order.
Oh, really? For what?
I heard you finished that big annual report ahead of schedule. That's impressive.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it was a lot of data to organize. I'm just relieved it's done and happy my manager liked it.
You should be proud. Getting ahead of schedule is no small feat.
No small feat means it's a significant achievement, a useful phrase.
Now, for learners, your work might be studying English. So what's a recent English win?
Maybe you watched a TV show without subtitles and understood the main idea. Maybe you had a short conversation with a stranger and it went okay.
Maybe you learned 10 new words this week and used one in a sentence.
That is an achievement. You need to acknowledge it. I feel good about my progress this week.
This mindset turns learning from a chore into a series of small, happy victories.
So whether it's a degree, a project, a clean desk, or a new vocabulary word, take pride in the effort.
That pride builds confidence, and confidence lets you take on the next challenge.
It's a happy cycle. Effort, equals achievement equals pride equals confidence equals more effort.
Don't wait for someone else to congratulate you. Be your own first cheerleader. Hey, I did a good job on that.
Internal celebration is a form of self-respect. It's telling yourself, my work matters.
And when you do share these achievements, you'll find the words, I'm really pleased with how it turned out.
It was tough, but I'm glad I stuck with it.
Your work in study life is a huge part of your story. Fill it with moments of recognized achievement.
It makes the journey meaningful and definitely happier. When we think of big happiness, we often think of dreams and goals, the things we look forward to for months or even years.
Yes, the anticipation itself can be a kind of happiness. Planning a trip, imagining a future job, dreaming of a life goal.
Let's talk about travel dreams first. Is there a place you've always dreamed of visiting, Liam?
For as long as I can remember, I've dreamed of going to Japan, specifically to see Kyoto in the spring when the cherry blossoms are in bloom.
That's a classic dream. It sounds incredibly beautiful. What about it appeals to you?
The combination of ancient tradition and modern life, the peacefulness of the temples, the beauty of the gardens, it feels like stepping into a different world.
That's the magic of travel dreams. They're about a place, more than a place. They're about an experience, a feeling you hope to have.
Exactly. It's the feeling of awe, of wonder, the happiness of seeing something breathtaking with your own eyes.
Do you ever research it or plan even if you can't go yet?
All the time, I look at photos, watch documentaries, even learn a few basic Japanese phrases. That planning is part of the joy. It keeps the dream alive.
That's a great point. The dream itself brings present happiness. Your turn. A travel dream? I've always dreamed of a long, slow trip through Italy. Not just the famous cities, but the small villages. To sit in a little piazza with a coffee, watch daily life, and eat incredible, simple food every day.
The slow travel dream, immersing yourself rather than rushing. That sounds like a dream of deep contentment.
It is. It's a dream about atmosphere and flavor and pace.
Now, beyond travel, there are life dreams, career dreams, personal milestones.
Like dreaming of starting your own business, or publishing a book, or becoming fluent in another language.
Or dreams for your family, dreaming of providing a good life for your children or seeing them graduate.
These are powerful motivators. They guide our decisions. Talking about dreams requires future tense and hopeful language.
I've always dreamed of. One day I hope to. My biggest goal is to.
I can picture myself. I imagine it would feel.
This is the language of aspiration. It's positive and forward-looking.
Let's practice. I'll start a sentence and you finish it with a dream. One day I really hope to.
One day I really hope to learn how to play the piano properly, to be able to fill a room with beautiful music.
Lovely. My turn. I can picture myself. I can picture myself living in a small house by the ocean, writing in the mornings, and walking on the beach every afternoon.
That's a vivid picture. It sounds peaceful.
Now, the ultimate phrase, a dream come true. This is when the hoped-for thing actually happens.
It's a magical feeling. Getting this job was a dream come true. Visiting Paris felt like a dream come true.
The happiness is mixed with disbelief and immense gratitude. I can't believe this is really happening.
So we have the happiness of dreaming and the even greater happiness of a dream realized.
For our learners, what's a small or big dream you have that involves English?
Maybe it's to watch a whole movie without subtitles, to have a conversation with a native speaker, to get a job that requires English.
Say it to yourself. My English dream is to. This connects your learning to a powerful personal goal.
That connection fuels motivation. It turns study into a step toward a dream.
Never be shy about your dreams, even if they seem far away. They are the maps to a happier future.
And sharing them can be the first step to making them real. Someone might have advice or encouragement.
So, Dream big, dream often, and learn the words to describe those dreams. It's a happy practice. Some of the most intense happiness comes from new experiences, especially when we travel. That first time seeing an iconic place, tasting a new food, navigating a foreign city.
It's the happiness of novelty and discovery. Your senses are fully awake. Everything feels more vivid.
Let's share a travel memory that was specifically about that first time joy. Liam?
My first time seeing the ocean. I grew up inland, so I was probably 12 years old on a family trip.
That's a powerful first. What do you remember?
The sound first, this huge, roaring, rhythmic sound before I even saw it. Then the smell, salty and fresh. And then the sight, this endless blue stretching to the horizon. I just ran straight into the waves.
That's a perfect description of sensory overload in the best way. The sound, the smell, the sight, the action.
It was overwhelming in the happiest sense. I felt tiny but connected to something immense.
A transformative experience. My first time joy was cultural. My first time in a country where I didn't speak the language well.
That can be stressful. Where was the joy?
In the successful tiny interactions, ordering a coffee and getting the right coffee, asking for directions and understanding the answer.
The joy of communication, even when it's basic. Each one feels like a victory.
Yes, and the kindness of people when they saw me trying. That brought a different happiness, faith in human kindness.
Travel happiness isn't just about perfect photos. It's about those real, sometimes messy human moments.
The lost luggage, the missed train, the strange food you didn't expect to like. These often become the best stories.
The language for this is rich in adjectives. Breathtaking, awe-inspiring, vibrant, chaotic, exhilarating, humbling.
And phrases like, "It took my breath away. I was completely immersed. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced before."
Let's compare expectation versus reality. Sometimes a place is exactly like the pictures.
It was just as beautiful as I imagined. Sometimes it's surprising.
It was so much more lively than I expected, or the food was even better than people said.
This is advanced conversational English. You're not just listing places, you're analyzing an experience.
Practice with a place you visited, even if it's in your own country. Describe it not just with facts, but with feeling.
My first time in New York was overwhelming. The noise, the speed, the crowds, it was exhausting but exhilarating. I felt like I was in the center of the world.
Excellent. You gave the facts, noise, speed, crowds, and the dual feeling, exhausting but exhilarating.
Travel memories are treasures. They expand your world and your vocabulary.
And they give you amazing things to talk about. Have you ever been to is a great conversation starter.
So, think of a travel or first-time experience. Mine the memory for the sights, sounds, and feelings.
Then try to tell its story in English. It's a wonderful way to practice past tense, adjectives, and connecting emotions to events.
The world is full of happy discoveries. Go find them and then learn how to share them. There's a unique and deep happiness that comes not from receiving, but from giving, from helping someone else.
It's a selfless joy, the satisfaction of knowing you made a difference, even a small one.
This can be formal, like volunteering, or incredibly informal, like a simple act of kindness.
Let's talk about volunteering first. Have you ever volunteered for something, Luna?
I used to volunteer at a community garden in my old neighborhood. We grew vegetables and gave them to a local food bank.
That's wonderful. What did you enjoy about it?
The physical work was satisfying, digging, planting, weeding, but the real happiness came every harvest day, packing boxes of fresh food, knowing a family would have healthy meals.
That's the double joy, a rewarding activity plus a clear positive impact.
You feel useful, part of a community. What about you?
I tutor a teenager in English once a week. It's online.
That's a direct way to help. What's the happy part for you?
The light bulb moments, when he suddenly understands a tricky grammar point or uses a new word correctly. His smile of pride makes me smile. I feel like I'm helping him open a door to more opportunities.
That's a beautiful way to put it. You're sharing a skill, which is a powerful gift.
Now, not all help is this organized. Acts of kindness are small, spontaneous things.
Like helping a stranger carry a heavy bag up the stairs.
Or paying for the coffee of the person behind you in line.
Letting someone go ahead of you in a long queue.
Even just giving a sincere compliment. I love your hat. It costs nothing but can really lift someone's mood.
The happiness here is often a warm glow, a quiet feeling of having made the world a slightly better place.
The language is about action and gentle feeling. I offered to help. I decided to volunteer for. It felt good to be able to help.
It was rewarding. It gave me a sense of purpose. It warmed my heart to see their reaction.
Warmed my heart is a classic phrase for this gentle emotional happiness.
Let's role-play a small act of kindness. Liam, you look like you're struggling with those maps.
Oh, I am. I'm completely lost. I'm trying to find the town hall.
It's just 2 blocks straight ahead, then turn left. I'm walking that way. I can show you.
Really? That would be such a help. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. It's a beautiful building. You'll like it.
See? A simple interaction. Help offered and received with gratitude.
The helper feels useful. The person helped feels relieved and grateful. Both parties are happier.
So, our challenge is to look for opportunities, big or small, to help.
And then to notice how it makes you feel. That feeling has a name, the helper's high.
It's real. Scientifically, helping others releases positive chemicals in our brains.
So it's good for everyone. For our English, this is about learning the vocabulary of generosity and community.
Words like support, assist, donate, volunteer, lend a hand.
Phrases like, "Can I give you a hand with that? I'd be happy to help."
Being someone who offers help is a wonderful way to be in any language.
So, let's make helping a part of our daily English practice. Look for a way to be kind. The happiness you give will become happiness you own. When someone shares exciting news with us, our reaction is so important. It's a social skill and a kindness. Getting it right makes the happy moments even better for them.
Absolutely. It's about active celebrating. You're joining their joy. Let's break down the perfect natural reaction.
First, the initial exclamation. This shows immediate enthusiasm. Things like, "Wow, no way. Oh my gosh, seriously? That's incredible."
The tone is everything here. A flat congratulations doesn't sound as happy as a bright, surprised, wow, congratulations.
Next, the official congratulations. The standard is, of course, congratulations, but you can vary it. "That's fantastic news. I'm so happy to hear that."
Then the crucial step. I'm so happy for you. This shifts the focus from the event to their feeling. It shows empathy.
That phrase is golden. "I'm really happy for you. I'm thrilled for you."
After that, you ask a follow-up question. This proves you're genuinely interested. When do you start? How did you find out? Tell me all about the trip.
Or you can mirror their feeling. "You must be so excited. You must be relieved." This shows you're thinking about their emotional state.
Finally, you can suggest a future celebration. We should celebrate. Let me buy you a coffee to celebrate. This extends the happiness.
Let's practice with different levels of news. I'll give you some news and you react fully.
Okay, I'm ready.
I just got a new puppy.
A puppy? No way. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. What kind is it? You must be over the moon.
Perfect. Exclamation, congratulations, happy for you, follow-up question, mirrored feeling. Excellent. My turn. Give me news.
My sister just got engaged.
Liam, that's wonderful. Congratulations to your sister and to your whole family. You must be so excited. Have you seen the ring?
See, you expanded the congratulations to the family, which is very appropriate for that news. Well done.
Now, what about more subtle, quiet good news, like, "I finally finished that difficult book"?
The reaction should match the scale. Nice, well done. That's a tough one. Did you enjoy the ending? It's supportive, but not over the top.
Exactly, you calibrate.
The key is to be genuine. People can tell if you're just going through the motions.
For English learners, memorizing a simple formula can help until it becomes natural. 1. Wow. 2. Congratulations. 3. I'm happy for you. 4. You must be. 5. Tell me more.
That's a great formula. Let's try it with a common one. I passed my driving test.
Wow, congratulations. That's huge. I'm really happy for you. You must be so relieved. When can you take me for a ride?
Perfect. You even added a playful future suggestion. This is how friendships are strengthened.
Reacting well to good news is a gift you give someone. It costs nothing but means everything.
So listen for those opportunities. And when you hear good news, unleash your inner cheerleader in clear, warm English. When a happy moment is big enough, we don't just talk about it, we celebrate it. Celebrations are happiness multiplied by sharing.
And celebrations come in all shapes and sizes, from huge parties to a quiet personal treat.
Let's list some ways people celebrate. The obvious one, a party. Birthday party, graduation party, promotion party.
With decorations, music, food, drinks, and lots of people. It's loud, social, and energetic.
Then there's the special meal, going out to a fancy restaurant or cooking an elaborate dinner at home.
It's more intimate. The focus is on good food and conversation with close friends or family.
The getaway, a short trip or weekend away to mark the occasion.
Changing your environment to make the memory even more special.
The personal indulgence, buying yourself something you've wanted for a long time. I got the promotion, so I'm finally buying that nice watch.
Or a personal experience, like a spa day or tickets to a big sports game.
The quiet night in, ordering your favorite takeout, watching your favorite movies, and just enjoying the feeling. We celebrated by doing absolutely nothing, and it was perfect.
That's a valid and wonderful celebration. It's about honoring the moment in the way that suits you.
Culturally, this is fascinating. What's considered a normal celebration varies so much around the world.
In some places, a wedding has hundreds of people and lasts for days. In others, it's a small, quick ceremony.
Some cultures have huge festivals for holidays. Others have quiet family gatherings.
The verb to celebrate is very flexible. You celebrate an event. We celebrated her graduation.
You celebrate by doing something. We celebrated by opening a bottle of champagne.
You celebrate with people. I celebrated with my closest friends.
Let's describe a celebration. Liam, tell me about a recent celebration you enjoyed.
My friend just bought her first apartment. A small group of us went over for a housewarming. We brought food, we toasted her with drinks, and we just enjoyed being in her new space. It was simple, but really warm and happy.
That's a classic, lovely celebration. It's about presence and welcome. My turn. Last year, my team at work finished a big project. Our boss took us all out for a long, lazy lunch on a Friday. It wasn't a party, but it felt like a real reward and a chance to relax together.
Shared relief and enjoyment. A great way to celebrate team effort.
Now, imagine you achieve a personal goal, like running your first 5K race. How might you celebrate?
I might treat myself to a huge, delicious breakfast right after, and maybe buy a new pair of running shoes as a reward.
Perfect, personal and fitting. The point is to mark the occasion, to create a memory around the achievement.
For learners, this is about using the verb celebrate and the vocabulary of events: party, dinner, toast, gift, getaway.
Try to describe a past celebration. For my last birthday, my family surprised me with a small cake and my favorite meal. It was very low-key, but really special.
Or plan a future one. When I pass this exam, I'm going to celebrate by having a movie marathon day.
Celebrating is an act of gratitude. You're saying, this good thing happened, and I'm taking a moment to be thankful for it.
So don't let happy moments slip by unnoticed. Big or small, give them a moment of celebration. It turns a moment into a milestone.
We've talked about so many sources of happiness, from tiny to huge, but are they all equal? Is the joy from a perfect cup of coffee the same as the joy from a promotion?
That's a deep question.
I think they're different in scale and duration, but both are valid and important. We need both in our lives.
Let's compare them. Small happiness, finding a parking spot right in front of the store on a rainy day.
The feeling, momentary relief, a small victory. It lasts a few minutes. It's a spark.
Big happiness, getting married.
The feeling is profound joy, deep love, a sense of a new beginning. It lasts for weeks, months, and becomes a core memory. It's a bonfire.
A spark versus a bonfire. Both give light and warmth, but on a different scale.
The small sparks are daily fuel. They keep our general mood positive. If you only waited for the bonfires, life could feel quite dull in between.
The big bonfires are landmarks. They give our life story meaning, direction, and peaks of intense joy.
A happy life is not a constant bonfire. That's impossible. It's a life with a strong, steady flame of contentment, fed by daily sparks and illuminated by occasional, wonderful bonfires.
That's beautifully put. So we shouldn't dismiss small joys as unimportant because they're not big.
No, appreciating the small joys is a skill. It's like being rich in moments.
And we shouldn't pressure big moments to be perfect because that can ruin the joy. A wedding can have problems and still be deeply happy.
Right. The goal is balance, to be someone who can be made happy by sunshine and also by a career achievement.
The language reflects this. For small joys, we use words like nice, pleasant, a nice little bonus.
For big joys, we use ecstatic, overjoyed, a dream come true, the best day of my life.
It's useful to be able to distinguish and express both. It helps people understand the impact of an event on you.
Let's reflect. Think of one spark from yesterday and one bonfire from your past few years.
Yesterday's spark for me, my cat fell asleep on my lap while I was reading. It was a warm, quiet moment of companionship.
A perfect spark. My recent bonfire was helping my parents move into their comfortable retirement home. It was stressful, but the day they finally settled in, seeing their relief and happiness, that was a deep, lasting joy.
That's a beautiful example of a bonfire that's about others' happiness too.
So our invitation to you is to cherish the sparks, notice them, name them.
And prepare for the bonfires. Work towards your big goals, and when they happen, be fully present to celebrate them.
A rich life in English and in happiness is about having the vocabulary for all of it, the quiet glows and the blazing fires.
Life isn't always sunny. We all have difficult days, stressful periods, or times of sadness. But happiness isn't just for the good times. It can be a tool, a memory, and a comfort during the hard times too.
That's a crucial point. Resilience isn't about ignoring sadness. It's about knowing how to access comfort and perspective, and happy memories are a powerful part of that.
So, how do we use happiness when times are tough? One way is to actively remember past happy memories.
Yes, it's like having a bank of good feelings you can make a withdrawal from. On a hard day, you can think, remember that amazing beach holiday last year? And for a moment, you feel the sun on your skin again.
It's a mental escape hatch. It reminds your brain that not all times are hard, that good feelings exist and will come again.
Another way is to seek out small, current joys deliberately. When you're stressed, making yourself a proper cup of tea instead of rushing, putting on a cheerful song.
It's a conscious act of self-care. It's saying, things are hard, but I will give myself this one small good thing.
The language is often about contrast and seeking comfort. I was having a really tough day, so I decided to look at old vacation photos. It really lifted my spirits.
I needed a pick-me-up, so I called my funniest friend. A pick-me-up is something that makes you feel better.
Or I was feeling down, so I treated myself to my favorite chocolate. It was a small comfort.
We also talk about holding on to happiness. I'm holding on to the memory of their kind words. It's like an anchor in a stormy sea.
Let's share a personal example. Luna, can you think of a time a happy memory helped you through a difficulty?
A few months ago, I was very nervous about a medical procedure. While I was waiting, I closed my eyes and deliberately remembered the feeling of laughter during a game night with friends the week before.
The memory of that uncontrollable laughter made me smile and calmed my breathing. It didn't fix the situation, but it helped me get through the fear.
That's a perfect example. You used a recent, powerful happy memory as a resource. My turn. When I feel overwhelmed with work, I sometimes look at a photo on my desk from a hiking trip. The vast, peaceful landscape reminds me there's a world outside my stressful inbox, and it puts things in perspective.
Puts things in perspective. A vital phrase. It means to see your problems as smaller in the context of a bigger picture.
So, happiness isn't just the absence of problems, it's an inner resource we can cultivate and call upon.
For English learners, this is about learning the language of comfort and resilience. Words like comfort, solace, perspective, lift my spirits, a silver lining.
A silver lining is the good thing that can be found in a bad situation.
Practice sentences like, on difficult days, I find comfort in, or to cheer myself up, I usually.
This makes your English more emotionally intelligent. It shows you can talk about the full human experience, not just the easy parts.
So, build your bank of happy memories, take mental photos, and learn how to describe them so you can revisit them whenever you need a little light.
If we want more happiness in our lives, we can't just wait for it to happen. We can build habits that make us more likely to feel happy. It's like training a muscle.
That's the science of it. Happiness is influenced by our actions and our mindset. So, what are some happiness habits?
A big one is gratitude. Taking time, maybe at the end of the day, to mentally list 3 things you're grateful for.
It forces your brain to scan for the positive. The things can be huge, my health, or tiny, the taste of that orange. The language is simple. I'm grateful for, or I'm thankful that. Doing this in English is a double practice.
Another habit, mindfulness. Just paying full attention to the present moment without judgment. Noticing your breath, the sounds around you, the feeling of your feet on the ground.
It stops the constant worrying about the past or future. The phrase is to be present or to live in the moment.
Regular connection. Making time to call a friend, have a meal with family. Social connection is a fundamental human need for happiness.
Acts of kindness. We talked about this. Making it a habit to do one small, nice thing for someone each day.
Physical activity. A walk, a dance, stretching. Moving your body releases chemicals that improve mood.
Engaging in flow. Making time for hobbies that absorb you completely, where you lose track of time.
These aren't grand gestures, they're small daily or weekly practices. The compound effect is huge.
The English for this is about routines and intentions. I make it a habit to. I try to practice. Every morning
Let's create a sample happiness habit routine. Every evening, I write down one thing I'm grateful for. Then I put on a relaxing playlist for 10 minutes and just breathe. It helps me unwind from the day.
That's clear and actionable. My habit, on Saturday mornings, I go for a long walk without my phone. I just look at the trees and listen to the birds. It sets a peaceful tone for my weekend.
Beautiful. Notice we're using the present simple tense for habits. I write, I go. It helps.
So, the challenge is to pick one small happiness habit, the one that feels easiest or most appealing to you.
And commit to doing it and maybe describing it in English. This week, my happiness habit is to text one friend a day just to say hello.
By building these habits, you're not just learning English about happiness, you're using English as part of building a happier life.
The language becomes intertwined with positive action. That's powerful learning.
Happiness is universal, but how we express it, celebrate it, and even define it can vary wonderfully from culture to culture.
It's a fascinating topic. Understanding these differences makes us more worldly and avoids misunderstandings.
Let's take celebrations. In some cultures, a wedding is a massive community-wide party with hundreds of guests.
In others, it might be a small, private civil ceremony followed by a quiet dinner.
Neither is wrong, they're just different expressions of joy.
Or take showing excitement. In some places, people are very demonstrative, loud cheering, hugging, dancing.
In others, joy might be shown with a quiet smile, a bow, or a subtle gesture. The feeling inside is just as strong, but the outward expression is more contained.
Even the concept of what brings happiness can differ. In some cultures, collective happiness, the well-being of your family or community, is valued much higher than individual achievement.
In others, personal freedom and self-fulfillment might be the primary path to joy.
These aren't right or wrong, they're cultural lenses. When we learn English, we're often exposed to many of these perspectives.
The language itself gives us clues. English has many words for individual happiness, joy, delight, bliss, but also for shared happiness, celebration, camaraderie, fellowship.
Let's share an observation. In my experience, in some cultures, it's common to downplay your own good news to avoid seeming boastful. You might say, "Oh, it was nothing special."
While in others, you're expected to share good news enthusiastically so everyone can celebrate with you. If you're too modest, people might think you're not happy about it.
This is so important for learners. If you're talking to someone from a different culture, pay attention to how they share news and try to match their energy.
The key phrase is reading the room, adopting your reaction to the cultural context.
Let's practice a culturally aware reaction. Imagine your friend from a more reserved culture tells you they got a promotion. They say it quietly, almost shyly.
I might match their tone. A warm, sincere smile and a calm, "That's really wonderful news. I'm very pleased for you." Not overly loud or dramatic.
Perfect. Now, imagine your friend from a more expressive culture shares the same news with a big grin and open arms.
Yes, get out. That's amazing. High five. We are celebrating this properly. Much bigger energy.
This sensitivity makes you a great communicator. It shows respect.
For your own culture, think, how do we show happiness? Is it loud or quiet? Is it shared openly or kept private?
Try to describe it in English. In my culture, when someone has a new baby, we usually visit with small gifts and have a quiet meal together.
Sharing these cultural details is some of the most interesting conversation you can have in English.
It reminds us that happiness is a universal feeling, but its costume changes as it travels around the world, and that's something to be happy about. Let's have some fun and play a little game. It's a word association game to spark happy memories. I'll say a word, and you say the first happy memory or feeling that pops into your head. Quick, instinctive.
All right, I'm ready. Fire away.
All right, first word, sunshine.
Warmth on my face, childhood summer holidays.
Beautiful. My turn, rain.
Cozy afternoons reading indoors. The smell of wet earth.
Perfect. Music.
Driving with the windows down, singing loudly with my best friend.
Home.
The smell of my mother's cooking. Safety.
Food.
My grandfather's barbecue. Laughter in the backyard.
Travel.
The nervous, excited feeling at an airport. New beginnings.
Friend.
Uncontrollable laughter about something silly. Being understood.
This is wonderful. See how each simple word is a key to a whole world of positive feeling? It's a great conversational trick, too.
Absolutely. If someone says, "What does home mean to you?" you have a beautiful, personal answer ready.
This game trains your brain to make positive connections quickly, and doing it in English links those positive feelings directly to the language.
Let's try a few more faster. Book.
Getting lost in a story, the quiet of a library.
Ocean.
Vastness, the sound of waves calming my mind.
Coffee.
Morning ritual, the first warm sip, a pause.
Achievement.
Quiet pride, a deep breath of relief.
See, you didn't have to think long. The memories and feelings are there, waiting.
This is what fluency looks like, not just knowing words, but having streams of association connected to them.
So play this game by yourself. Pick a simple, positive word and see what memory it unlocks. Then try to describe that memory in 1 or 2 English sentences.
It's powerful, joyful practice.
Now let's dive deep into some of the key vocabulary we've been using naturally throughout all our conversations. We'll explain them clearly and see them in action again.
First word, proud. This is a deep feeling of pleasure and satisfaction from your own achievements or the achievements of someone you care about.
Example from our talk, I felt really proud of myself for finishing the marathon. It's warmer and more personal than just happy.
Next, achievement. This is something you accomplished through effort, skill, or courage. It's the thing you're proud of.
Example, getting that degree was my biggest achievement. We often pair them. I feel a sense of pride in my achievement.
Dream come true. This phrase describes when something you have wanted for a very long time finally happens.
Example, visiting the pyramids was a dream come true. It emphasizes the magical, almost unreal feeling of it happening.
Celebrate. To do something special or enjoyable for an important event or occasion. It's the active part of happiness.
Example, we celebrated her birthday with a surprise party. You can celebrate by doing something. We celebrated by opening a bottle of champagne.
Relieved. This is a specific kind of happiness you feel when something unpleasant or stressful has ended or didn't happen.
Example, I was so relieved when I found my lost keys. It's a feeling of worry lifting from your shoulders.
Grateful or thankful. These are feelings of appreciation for something kind or beneficial you have received.
Example, I am so grateful for your help. It's a happiness directed at someone else's action.
Content. A peaceful kind of happiness where you are satisfied with what you have. Not excited, but deeply okay.
Example, sitting by the fire with a good book, I felt perfectly content, and I'm still smiling.
And finally, a simple but powerful one. Smile. Both a noun and a verb, the universal facial expression of happiness.
Example, her news made me smile, or I couldn't wipe the smile off my face.
These words are tools. The more you use them, the more precisely you can paint your emotional world for others.
Let's use them all in a mini story. After years of hard work, graduating was an incredible achievement. I felt so proud. It was a dream come true. We celebrated all night. I was relieved the studying was over and deeply grateful to my teachers. Now, just relaxing, I feel truly content, and I'm still smiling.
Perfect. That's the vocabulary of happiness in action.
We've talked so much. Now let's turn the focus to you, our wonderful listener. We want to give you a chance to practice answering questions just like in a real conversation.
We'll ask a few questions. We'll give you a moment to think of your answer, and then we'll give a sample answer. This is a safe space to practice in your mind.
First question is a small thing that never fails to make you happy.
Pause and think. Got an idea? Now, a sample answer. For me, it's seeing dogs on walks. They're always so enthusiastic and joyful. It never fails to make me smile.
Second question, can you describe a happy memory from your childhood?
Think for a moment. Now, a sample answer. One happy memory is baking cookies with my grandmother. Her kitchen was always warm and smelled like vanilla. She let me lick the spoon. I felt loved and safe.
Third question, how do you usually celebrate a personal achievement?
Think. Now, a sample answer. I usually celebrate by treating myself to a nice dinner, either cooking something special or going to a favorite restaurant. I like to take a moment to just enjoy the feeling.
Fourth question, what are you grateful for today?
This is a great daily habit. Think of one thing right now. Now, a sample answer. Today, I'm grateful for the sunny weather. It made my morning walk much more pleasant.
Wonderful. These are just starters. The key is to form the sentences in your mind or even say them out loud.
Now, for our final viewer question, we want to ask you something.
Here is our question of the day for all of you. What was your small, happy moment today?
We really want to hear from you. Please tell us in the comments below. Share your joy with our community.
It can be one word or a short sentence. We read your comments and we love connecting with you. You are the reason we make Daily English Booster.
If you enjoyed this long journey into happiness and English with us, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps more learners find us.
And if you want your daily dose of natural, friendly English, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Learning English is a journey, and we are so happy to be on it with you. Remember, every little practice session boosts your confidence.
Keep looking for those happy moments and keep finding the words to share them.
From both of us, Luna and Liam, thank you for watching, for learning, and for being part of this.
You're doing great. Keep going.
Until next time, keep boosting your English and your happiness.
Goodbye.
Bye.